You don't say no because you're kind. You say no because your nervous system believes rejection equals danger. What looks like politeness is often survival disguised as personality, programmed long before you had words for fear. Most people know fight, flight, and freeze. But trauma has a fourth response that stays hidden because it looks functional, cooperative, even admirable. It's called the Fawn response, and it silently shapes millions of adult lives. Fawning is not weakness. It is strategy. A strategy learned in environments where anger, unpredictability, or emotional withdrawal threatened safety, and pleasing others became the fastest way to reduce harm. Children cannot escape danger. They cannot overpower it. They cannot negotiate equally. So their nervous system adapts by becoming hyper-attuned to others' needs, moods, and expectations. This adaptation keeps the child safe in the moment. But the body never forgets the rule it learned. My safety depends on making you comfortable. Over time, this rule hardens into identity. The child grows into an adult who confuses self-erasure with love, compliance with connection, and exhaustion with loyalty. The fawn response activates when fight would cause punishment, flight would cause abandonment, and freeze would increase threat. Appeasement becomes the only viable option left to the nervous system. Neuroscience explains this clearly. Chronic childhood stress keeps the brain in survival mode, overactivating the amygdala while suppressing areas responsible for self-assertion and boundary setting. The nervous system learns that anger is dangerous, disagreement is unsafe, and visibility invites harm. So it chooses invisibility through usefulness. People pleasers aren't trying to be liked. They are trying to avoid threat. Their smiles are shields. Their apologies are armor. Their generosity is a survival reflex, not a choice. This is why people-pleasing feels automatic. It bypasses logic. It happens before conscious thought because the body learned it under conditions where thinking was too slow. Trauma wires the body to scan constantly for emotional shifts. Tone changes, facial micro-expressions, all become signals the nervous system monitors obsessively. When danger is detected, the body moves into appeasement. Agree. Do whatever restores emotional equilibrium in the other person. The tragedy is that this response often develops in childhood homes where love was conditional, unpredictable, or withdrawn as punishment. Children in these environments learn that being easy is safer than being authentic. Needs become threats. Boundaries become risks. Over time, the child disconnects from internal signals. Hunger, anger, sadness, exhaustion are ignored because attending to others feels more urgent than attending to self. This is how self-abandonment begins, until it feels normal. In adulthood, this wiring doesn't disappear. It simply finds new environments to play out: relationships, workplaces, friendships, even strangers. People pleasers often attract controlling or emotionally unavailable individuals, not by fate, but by nervous system compatibility. One nervous system seeks dominance or emotional offloading. The other seeks safety through compliance. Together, they recreate familiar trauma patterns. This is why trauma bonds form so powerfully. They feel like chemistry, but they are actually nervous system recognition. The body mistakes familiarity for safety, even when familiarity was painful. People pleasers often struggle with resentment they don't understand. They give endlessly, then feel invisible, unappreciated, or used without knowing why. Resentment builds because the body knows something is wrong, even when the mind insists everything is fine. Saying yes when you mean no is a form of self-betrayal. Over time, the nervous system registers this as internal danger, increasing anxiety and emotional exhaustion. This leads to chronic hypervigilance. You prevent conflict before it happens. You become emotionally responsible for everyone else, while no one is responsible for you. The fawn response is often praised by society. You're so kind. You're so easygoing. You're so understanding. These compliments reinforce the trauma adaptation. But inside, there is often emptiness, confusion, a sense of being unseen even while being needed. Many trauma survivors don't know who they are without pleasing. Their identity formed around usefulness, not desire. This is why stillness can feel terrifying. When there is no one to manage, the body doesn't know what to do. Healing begins not with confidence, but with safety. You cannot logic your way out of a nervous system response. The first step is recognizing that people-pleasing is not a personality flaw. It is a survival response that outlived its original purpose. Your body learned this because it worked. Honoring that truth removes shame and opens the door to change. The next step is rebuilding internal awareness. Trauma survivors often live externally, tracking others instead of themselves. Start noticing your body's signals. Tight chest. Pause when you feel the urge to explain, apologize, or accommodate unnecessarily. That urge is the nervous system trying to prevent danger that may no longer exist. Boundaries will feel unsafe at first. This is normal. Your body associates boundaries with threat because in the past, they triggered punishment or abandonment. Discomfort does not mean danger. Practice small acts of self-honesty. Decline gently. Each time you survive setting a boundary, your nervous system updates its map of reality. This is how rewiring happens. Not through force, but through evidence. Anger is often locked behind people-pleasing. Not because trauma survivors lack anger, but because anger once felt too dangerous to express. Reconnecting with anger in healthy ways restores personal power and self-protection. Grief also emerges during healing. Grief for the child who had to earn safety through self-erasure. This grief is not weakness. It is integration. As you heal, some relationships will change. Some will end. This is not loss. It is alignment. People who benefited from your fawning may resist your boundaries. You are not becoming selfish. You are becoming regulated. A regulated nervous system no longer needs to manipulate safety through compliance. People-pleasing is not love. It is fear wearing a friendly mask. Real connection does not require self-abandonment. Real safety does not demand silence. When you stop fawning, you don't become cold. You become real. And real relationships can finally meet you where you actually exist. This is the quiet power of understanding trauma responses. Once choice returns, your life stops being a performance and starts becoming a presence. You were never too much. You were adapting.